Well, good evening and welcome to Weslaco, Texas for tonight's contest between your Weslaco Wildcats and the Brownsville Pace Vikings. KWES bringing you Wildcat baseball. Wildcats taking on the Pace Vikings. Wildcats coming off of a great year last year where they put on probably one of the best performances in school history, winning district and a 25-6 record. They also have 7 returning starters, including the gentleman that is on the mound tonight, Alex Solis. Alex Solis is on the mound, and he's got the windup, the kick, and the pitch. And this one is underway. The first pitch is a fastball in there for strike one. The Vikings will lead off with Isaac Solis. Tyler Martin batting second. Third is Edward Guerrero. In the cleanup spot is Josh Nieto. Swung on and fouled back. 0-2 is the count on the leadoff batter, the pitcher, Isaac Solis. Batting fifth, Oliver Olvera. Batting sixth, Edson Espinosa. Seventh, Michael Barron. Batting eighth, Daniel Martinez. And batting ninth, Christian Abundis. And here comes the 0-2 to the leadoff batter, Isaac Solis. That pitch misses low and away for ball one. Your Wildcats defensively will line up like this. Tony Solis in left, Margarito Pompa in center, Samuel Covarrubias out in right. Third base, Nate Rivas. Second base, Edward Villa. First base, Joseph Perez. At shortstop is Toño Balboa. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. So the first batter that Solis faces gets him down swinging for the first strikeout of the night. Behind the plate, doing the catching is Joey Rodriguez, and of course, as we mentioned on the mound, Alex Solis. That'll bring up the second batter, the center fielder, Tyler Martin. Martin, a left-handed batter for the Vikings. First pitch on the outside corner for strike one. I think that is pitch number 5 for Solis, and he's thrown 4 fastballs. That one missing outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the batter, Tyler Martin. He's playing center field for the Vikings. Breaking ball. That one catches the outside corner for strike 2. So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter, Tyler Martin. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 up, 2 down for your Wildcats, and Solis has 2 strikeouts tonight, and that'll bring up the third batter of the evening, the left fielder, Edward Guerrero. We mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast that the Wildcats bring back 7 starters from last year's ball club. 3 of those have already signed to play at the next level. We'll get to that in just a bit. Here comes the first pitch to Edward Guerrero. Breaking ball, and that one catches Guerrero, and so he'll be on base. Base on by pitch, so first runner of the night for the Vikings is Edward Guerrero. Toño Balboa has signed to play baseball up at Vernon College. Joey Rodriguez signed to play ball at Ranger College. And of course, Alex Solis, we already knew this. He signed last year to play with the University of Houston, following in his big brother Nick Solis' footsteps. We'll talk a little bit more about Alex Solis here in just a bit. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Josh Nieto. Nieto is the catcher for the Vikings. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Rodriguez can't handle it cleanly, but he throws the ball to second base. Toño Balboa comes across, applies the tag for out number 3. So 1-6 on the throwout. What a play from Rodriguez. No hits, no runs, no runners left on base. We played half an inning. No score from the Vikings. Your Wildcats coming to the plate.
that what I told you? Oh, that was her. Yeah. I thought, I was like, yeah. I thought, I was like, I know her. That's why I said something to her. Because she was down there where you were.
Yeah, we're only 5 minutes. 5 minutes from the ballpark.
Some guy told, I met her when we were maybe who was the hardcore kid from the Dallas
Oh, yeah. No, Atlanta. Okay. Yeah. Him. It was Colleyville here.
Yeah, him.
Right.
Yep.
We're off the air, right, bro?
That was where
Wildcats coming to bat for the first time tonight, and your Wildcats will bat like this. Leading it off will be Alex Solis. Batting second, Lalo Hernandez. He is a designated hitter tonight. Batting third, Antonio Balboa. Batting in the cleanup spot is Nate Rivas. Batting fifth, Joey Rodriguez with that great throw right now. Batting sixth, Joseph Perez. Batting seventh, Tony Solis. Batting eighth, Edward Villa. And batting ninth is Samuel Covarrubias. The Vikings defensively will line up like this. Edward Guerrero in left, Tyler Martin in center, Christian Abundis in right. At third base, Oliver Olvera. Second base, Daniel Martinez. First base, Michael Barron. At shortstop, Edson Espinosa. Josh Nieto behind the plate doing the catching. On the mound is Isaac Solis. And the first pitch from Solis is in there for strike one. Not very often that we see this on the field. Both teams lead off with their pitchers batting. And then both pitchers' last names are Solis. Second pitch high for ball one. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Solis. That pitch inside and just a little high for ball 2. The count is 2 balls and a strike to Alex Solis. It is a nice night here in Weslaco. It's 74 degrees. It is windy, though. If you're watching live, you can see the flag out in center field, blowing directly straight out into center field. Third pitch is a breaking ball, and that is in there for strike 2 as Solis takes that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the batter, Alex Solis. Talking about the weather, but the wind is blowing at 21 miles an hour. They're saying that it could be gusting as high as 40 miles an hour. That pitch misses outside and low for ball 3. So the count is full to the pitcher and leadoff batter for your Wildcats, Alex Solis. Isaac Solis, the pitcher. On the stretch. And here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Solis returns the favor and gets the leadoff batter swinging for out number 1. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Lalo Hernandez. Lalo, a left-handed batter for your Wildcats. Swung on, fouled back, out of play for strike one. Nothing in one is the count to the designated hitter. Batting in the second spot, Lalo Hernandez. Inside for ball one. One ball, one strike to Hernandez. Outside and low for ball two. 2 balls and a strike. And the solid box now back in. Outside and high. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. So 3 balls and a strike to Hernandez. Swung on and missed, and the count is full in as many batters that Solis has faced tonight. Ball 4, and now your Wildcats have a runner on base. So with 1 runner on and 1 out, that's going to bring up Antonio Balboa, the shortstop. One of the big hitters for your Wildcats is Balboa. Balboa played many positions. Catcher and pitcher, to name a few. And tonight, as we mentioned, he's at short. First pitch in the dirt, easily at second base, is Hernandez. No strikes to Balboa. And the second pitch is low for ball 2. Hernandez at second with a stolen base. 2-0 count to Balboa. Swung on, hit right up the middle. That should be enough to score Hernandez. And Hernandez rounding third and coming home for an RBI single for Balboa. So Balboa with the first hit of the night, and it's a good one right up the middle. Gets himself an RBI. And so with 1 out, runner at first, it'll bring up the cleanup batter, Nate Rivas. Breaking ball inside. No, they're going to count that on the corner. I'm a little bit at an angle. A good breaking ball from Solis to catch that inside corner for strike 1. A little high, snap back throw to first. Balboa back in time, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Rivas doesn't move out of the box. He stays there as all that stuff goes around. And Solis rocks and dials and rolls. A hit deep to right field. Abundi's going back, and it's going to go over his head. And it's going to get out of here. A two-run jack off the bat of Nate Rivas, and now your Wildcats are up 3-0. That ball was hit opposite field, and it just carried. We mentioned that the wind was blowing at 21 miles an hour, and that ball just kept going and going and going until it was out of here. So Nate Rivas, a two-run home run to give your Wildcats a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up Joey Rodriguez, the catcher. He's batting in the 5-hole. First pitch inside for ball one. Outside, ball two. So the count is 2 balls and no strikes to the catcher, Rodriguez. Swung on, hit hard to left center field. Back goes Guerrero, and that ball is out of here. Back-to-back jack for your Wildcats, and now the score is 4-0. So your Wildcats after a strikeout and a base on balls, a single, a home run, and another home run, and Coach Vega for the Vikings is going to go visit Solis on the mound. But a great job from Rodriguez to get that bat out in front and just drive that one to left center field. And from where I'm at, it's really hard to tell where that ball is as I lose it in this dark sky. But that one was, for the most part, a no-doubter. So as we mentioned, a strikeout, a walk, single, home run for your Wildcats here in the bottom of the first. And they are up 4-0 and just one out. So Coach Vega comes and has some words with Solis, and it looks like they're going to stick with him. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Joseph Perez.
Dominating right now. Well, not just the win.
We were talking about 7 returning starters.
Winner when I go home in St. Louis, come down here and
This is another one of them.
Your body's like, what, like 88 degrees here? Well, you're not meant to do that. Your body.
Swung on and missed for strike one. After 2 home runs, Perez goes, let me get a little bit of that action. So 0-1 is the count. Swung on and fouled off to your right for strike number 2. Nothing and 2 is the count. Not sure what happened. But they're talking to the catcher. Not sure if that foul went off his helmet. But they also talking to Bettis. Usually when they talk to the batters because it's interference. Trainer is out. Coach seems to be okay. Looks like we'll go back to live action. Nothing into the count to Bettis. Breaking ball low and in the dirt for ball one. One ball and 2 strikes to the batter, Joseph Bettis. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. So there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And nobody on base, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Tony Solis. First pitch, a breaking ball in there for strike 1. Slow curveball off of Solis. Solis just watches it go by. Takes it for strike 1. That one catching the outside corner for strike 2. So inside, outside from the pitcher, Isaac Solis, to the batter, Tony Solis. So here comes the 0-2. Outside for ball 1. Solis with a couple of pitches to give as he's ahead in the count. Threw that one outside to see if he could get Tony chasing, but Tony very disciplined there in the box, decides to let it go. That one outside as well, so the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tony Solis. So here comes the 2-2. Swung on, high fly ball. Out goes the shortstop, Espinosa. In comes the left fielder, and nobody gets it, and Solis is standing at second base. So some confusion on the part of Espinosa and Guerrero as far as who was going to take charge of that fly ball in shallow left field, and nobody did, and Solis smartly continues running and gets his way to second standing. So there are 2 outs with a runner at second, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Edward Villa. Swings at the first pitch and misses for strike 1. Breaking ball swung on right behind home plate. Catcher gets up, grabs that one, tosses back to the pitcher. Strike 2. So nothing into the count to Villa. Swung on, fouled back. Count will remain the same, nothing in 2. Via the batter, Solis the pitcher. Count is 0-2, 2 outs. Runner at second in Tony Solis. Wildcats up 4-0. Pitch is low in the dirt. Solis going to third. He's in there, head first slide. Runner 90 feet away. Via at the plate. Breaking ball swung on and missed for strike number 3. But your Wildcats bring 4 across the plate. And we played 1 here at Wildcat Baseball Field. And it's your Wildcats 4, the Vikings nothing.
He'll be close. Ready? Head to the top of the second inning. The Vikings will send Nieto, Olvera, and Espinosa to the plate. Remember, Nieto was at the plate when Guerrero was caught stealing. Great throw from Rodriguez to Balboa to catch him stealing. So the catcher will come to lead things off here in the second. First pitch outside for ball 1. Not a big crowd here tonight as our Wildcats playing in the bi-district round of the basketball playoffs. Swung on, that one gets the hole between third and short out to left field. Solis picks it up, throws it in, and Nieto gets things started with a leadoff single. First hit allowed by Solis tonight. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Oliver Olvera. We were mentioning that our Wildcats, the boys, are playing in the bi-district round of the state basketball playoffs. So a big crowd in the gymnasium watching that one tonight. Third baseman Olvera steps into the box. Nieto at first. Solis looks him over. Wheels and deals that one in there for strike 1. Solis hitting 91 miles an hour on the gun here with his fastball tonight. That one in there for strike 2, swing and a miss. As Olvera just could not catch up to that one. is 0-2. Goes the first in there in time is Nieto. Here comes the 0-2. On the outside corner for strike 3. That one clocked at 89 miles an hour. So that's the third strikeout of the night for Solis. That is the first out here in the second. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Edson Espinosa. First pitch, missing low for ball 1. Talking about the crowd isn't a very big crowd, but what we do have a lot of here tonight are Major League Baseball scouts. There are about a dozen of them here tonight to watch Alex Solis pitch. A little high for ball 2. The Rays, the Yankees, the Royals, to name a few, are here tonight. And they got here early to make sure they were going to be right behind home plate. I think they even got here before I was here. Little high for ball 3, so something we haven't seen tonight is Solis getting behind on the count, 3-0. In there for strike 1. So Solis takes a little off of it just to make sure it gets over the plate, and they've got a 3-1 count to the shortstop, Edson Espinosa. Steps off the rubber, collects his thoughts, and is right back on. 3-1 count to Espinosa. Runner at first. Missing outside, so base on ball awarded to Espinosa. And now we've got runners at first and second for the Vikings. Is one out, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Michael Barron. Barron, another left-handed batter for the Vikings. Pitch is in there for strike 1. Clocked at 90 miles an hour, that fastball. Another fastball right on the outside corner. That one had a little bit more sauce on it, 91 miles an hour. 0-2 the count to Barron. That one high and outside for ball 1. So here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. And there are now 2 outs here in the top of the second. Runners at first and second. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Daniel Martinez. 4 strikeouts tonight so far for Solis. Nieto at second, Espinosa at first. That one on the outside corner for strike 1. And that one, 93 miles an hour. off-speed pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Going to second in time is Nieto. So nothing into the count. To the batter, Martinez. Swing and a miss, strike three. And that's going to do it for the Vikings. They did get one hit, left two runners stranded. We played 1.5 here at Wildcat Baseball Field. It's your Wildcats 4, the Vikings nothing. Heading to the bottom of the second inning, we'll have batters 9, 1, and 2 coming to the plate for your Wildcats. Samuel Covarrubias, Alex Solis, and Lalo Hernandez. Samuel Ortiz, the ninth batter for your Wildcats, playing right field tonight. Another left-handed batter for your Wildcats. First pitch high and away for ball one. Outside, ball two. Two balls and no strikes to the batter, Samuel Covarrubias. That one catching the outside corner. Strike one. Two balls and a strike to Covarrubias.
That's like Bonnie.
Swung on, fouled back. Count is even at two.
I don't need to see anymore. I don't want to see anymore. Remember that day? He did everything.
So the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball 3, and the count is full. The thing that I've noticed, at least from Solis tonight, and Isaac, that is, of the Vikings, I haven't seen him in the windup, even with nobody on. That pitch is fouled away. The count will remain full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. As I was mentioning, I haven't seen him in the windup. He's been pitching from the stretch all night. Swung on and hit right back at the pitcher. He knocked it down, and Covarrubias is safely on board. We wouldn't call that a hit, as that was just a little THTH, too hot to handle. Daniel Martinez, the second baseman, was already running towards the middle of the field. And as I mentioned, the pitcher, Solis, stuck his glove out there, knocked it away, and changed direction, so it allowed Covarrubias to get on base with a leadoff single. So we head to the top of the order. The pitcher, Alex Solis, struck out his first time at the plate tonight. Little high for ball one.
But in this case, if it only goes to 10, it's 4 months, so 5 needs to go down.
Ball, no strike, two Solis. Runners going. Pitch is swung on. High fly ball to right field. In comes Abundi. And he can't get to it. Cannot get to it in time, and now we got runners at first and second. So back-to-back singles for your Wildcats. And there are runners at first and second with nobody out. Got a pinch runner in Aiden Gonzalez. He'll go in and run for Solis. So that's going to bring up Lalo Hernandez, the designated hitter. He was walked his first time up. First pitch is outside for ball one. Nobody at third base, now goes the runner for Rubias. And as the throw goes to third base, Gonzalez will go to second. Double steal there from the Wildcats. And with the count 1-0, two runners in scoring position for Hernandez. Breaking ball missing outside and low for ball two.
All of a sudden I just hear, hello everybody.
So the count is 2 balls and no strikes to Hernandez, the designated hitter for your Wildcats. Pitch is low for ball 3.
Gotta be real good.
We're over here, look.
We'll see if Hernandez is going to take on the 3-0. Pitch goes, throw off goes to third. Covarrubias in there, plenty of time. Here comes the 3-0, and that misses for ball 4. And now the bases are loaded. So Hernandez walks for the second time tonight. And with the bases loaded and nobody out, that's going to bring up Antonio Balboa, the shortstop. He singled his first time up tonight.
Grand slam, let's go. All the lies are kind of there. The sauce.
And a chance to break it wide open. That one in the dirt, but a good job by Nieto to keep it in front of him. Not sure, but that least from what I can remember, is 4 straight balls from Solis. As he walked the previous batter on 4 straight pitches. So the count now is 2 balls and no strikes to Balboa. Swung on, hit hard to right field. Back goes the right fielder, and that's off the wall. Balboa on his way to second. 1 run scores, 2 run scores, and here comes the 3rd run. Lalo Hernandez, and he will score standing. Balboa is at 3rd. So 3 RBI. And I'm going to call that a triple because there was no attempt to come home. Throw was to the cutoff, and Balboa just never stopped. Don't have an official scorekeeper up here, but I'm going to call that a triple. And that's going to bring up Nate Rivas. Nate Rivas with a 2-run jack, his first time up at the plate tonight. Those 3 runs that just came across for your Wildcats now give your Wildcats a 7-0 lead. Swung on, hit hard to center field. Back goes Martin, and he's going to watch that go over his head. And that's the second 2-run jack off the bat of Nate Rivas. And now it is 9-0. Your Wildcats up 9-0. 4 runs in the first, 2 here in the second, nobody out. And that's going to bring up Joey Rodriguez, who also homered his first time up at the plate tonight. Hit one to left center field. So out is Vega talking to his pitcher again, and I think this is going to do it for Solis. So we are at the bottom of the second. Nobody out. Your Wildcats up 9-0. We'll be back after this timeout from the Vikings. Martin comes to the mound to pitch for the Vikings. With nobody out, and 5 runs already have come across the plate for your Wildcats. And as we mentioned right before we went to the timeout, that'll bring up the catcher, Joey Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a solo shot to left center field his first time up at the plate tonight. Martin, the left-handed pitcher. So a little different look for your Wildcats. First pitch missing outside for ball 1. Another pitcher for the Vikings that pitches from the stretch. Outside ball 2. Two 2-0 count to Rodriguez. Oh, high. And that is 3-0 count to Rodriguez. We'll see who Rodriguez takes here with 3-0 count. Ball 4. So Rodriguez is aboard on 4 straight pitches. And that'll bring up Joseph Perez. Perez is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time at the plate. Escamilla will be running for Rodriguez.
Go, Joseph!
Escamilla, one of those multi-sport athletes, saw him a lot, called his name out a lot during football season. First pitch to Perez. That one is in there for strike 1. Adam Manzano, the home plate umpire. Hadn't seen him called a strike in a while. That breaking ball got across the plate. Swung on, that's a dribbler in foul territory. 0-2 is the count. So here comes the 0-2 to Perez. Swung on, fouled back. Count will remain 0-2. So we'll do 0-2 once again. Breaking ball swung on and missed for strike number 3. So that's the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Tony Solis. Solis is 1 for 1 tonight. He had a double Left field his first time at the plate. First pitch missing in the dirt for ball one. So at least had that little Texas leaguer between short and left, in which Espinosa or Guerrero, neither one of them took command, and ball just fell into no man's land. So Lee smartly never gave up, went straight to second. So 1-0 count to him. With one out here in the bottom of the second. First pickoff play to first. Escamilla back, plenty of time. Head first slide. Count to the batter, Solis. Outside, ball two. Count to Solis. Runner is going. Escamilla in safely at second. Not sure what the home plate umpire Manzano called. He called that a ball. Just lifted 3 fingers on his left hand. So the count is 3 balls and no strikes for Tony Solis. Got a runner in scoring position, and Escamilla. He's running for the catcher, Rodriguez. Behind the batter. You say it hit him because he called the dead ball. Could have clipped his heel back there. Didn't see any flinch from him. Now with runners at first and second, just one out. That'll bring up Edward Villa. Edward is the 9th batter of the inning. Showing bunt. Puts it down, but it fouls back behind him. And the count is 0-1. Runners will retreat back to second and first. We are having a few words with the first base coach, Jaime Castañeda. Comes back. And we'll get back in the box. Ball is outside for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike to Villa.
So he's ineligible this year, and they don't know if he's a sophomore review.
Once again, showing bunt. Here comes the first baseman, Barron. Swung on, missed. Strike 2.
Did you stay and see him? I watched him. He's okay. Catch and throw. He's got basketball.
So here comes the 1-2 from Martin.
He was taking his action.
Time called.
He had misread a little bit of the in his face. No, I know.
strike number 3. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Samuel Covarrubias. We got things started with a single. Or that 5-run, 5-batter start of this inning. So Covarrubias in the box. Runners at first and second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Wildcats up 9-0. Pickoff play to second. Not sure if it caught Escamilla or not. I see him rubbing his neck. Tapping it towards Coach Brown, saying, I think it got me right here, Coach. That's one tough cookie there. He'll stay in. In the dirt, ball 1, and runners will advance on the wild pitch. So now we've got runners at second and third. So 2 runners in scoring position for Covarrubias. Ball 2. High and away. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes the 2-0. Wild pitch. Escamilla coming, and he'll get it easily. So the wild pitch advances Solis to third and scores Escamilla, who was running forward to Rodriguez. And that's 6 runs here in the bottom of the second. And now the score is 10-0. Wildcats on top. So the count is 3-0 to Covarrubias. High for ball 4. So runners at the corners, 2 outs, and that'll bring up the leadoff batter, Alex Solis. Solis is 1 for 2 tonight. Strikeout and a single. Second time batting here in the second inning for Solis. First pitch catches that outside corner for strike 1. Runner going, swung on, that's going to go out of play. Count is 0-2 to Alex Solis. Back to first goes Covarrubias. So here comes the 0-2 to Solis. Outside, ball 1. This time Covarrubias does make it into second. course, safely, as there's no attempt by the catcher, Josh Nieto. So now we got runners at second and third with 2 outs, so at least 1-2 count to him. Swung on, hit hard to left center field, and that's going to catch the gap, and that's going to be a 2 RBI double for Alex Solis. So 2 more runs come in for your Wildcats. And now the score is 12-0. And this is going to be the 11th batter for your Wildcats here in the second inning, Lalo Hernandez. Hernandez, with really no officials at bat tonight, he's been walked twice. Swung on and missed for strike 1.
Patient.
Nothing in 1 to count. To the designated hitter, Hernandez. That pitch in the dirt gets away from the catcher for ball 1. And the pinch runner, Gonzalez, in at third. So 1-1 count. To the designated hitter, Lalo Hernandez. Swung on and missed for strike 2.
Make contact, make contact. All you need, make contact.
4 runs in the first, 8 here in the second. 12-0, Wildcats on top. 2 outs, runner at third, and Hernandez is a designated hitter at the plate. Slow breaking ball fouled back out of play, and the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Comes the 1-2. Slow breaking ball missing outside to even it up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Wildcats up 12-0. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on, hit, fouled out of play, not out of play, fouled down the first base line, and the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll do 2-2 again here. High and outside, the count is now 4.
That'd be good, that'd be good. I'm gonna walk him.
3 balls, 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Hernandez. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, runner at third. Ball 4. So the third straight walk for Hernandez, and that's going to bring up a very dangerous Antonio Balboa. Balboa, 2 for 2 tonight. Got a single and a triple. Swung on. This is going to go back out of play. Strike 1. Nothing to 1 to count to Balboa. That one missing outside for ball 1. Hernandez takes second easily. No attempt there. And the count is even at 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's going to get through for a base hit. And 2 runs will score. And here comes Balboa coming home. And he's going to score. That's got to be a single and a 3-base error on the third baseman. Because that ball was an easily playable ball to left field. But as he let it get by him, Balboa recognized that and just took off. There was 2 RBIs that we will give him. They would have scored regardless. But that run for Balboa has got to be on an error. First pitch missing high, as that's going to bring up the third baseman, Nate Rivas. Rivas has 2 home runs tonight. He is 2 for 2. Swung on and missed, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the batter, Nate Rivas. That pitch missing high and away for ball 2. Two balls and a strike to Rivas. Breaking ball doesn't get anywhere. That stays up. And now the count is 3-1. That's going to be a base on ball for Rivas. Joey Rodriguez representing batter number 15 of the inning. 1 for 2 tonight. He's got that solo shot to the left. He also walked and scored earlier this inning. Because we're still in the bottom of the second. First pitch in the dirt, ball one. One ball, no strikes to the batter, Joey Rodriguez, the catcher. Talked about him earlier. He signed to play baseball over at Ranger College. He'll continue his baseball career at the next level. Swung on, they're going to say that's a base hit. Fair ball down the third base line. Third baseman Olvera couldn't get to it, as that one just went right by, and that was hit really hard, and that one went right over the base. So we got runners at first and second. That'll bring up Joseph Perez. He's 0 for 2 tonight, 2 strikeouts, and again, Vega will come out to the mound. So as the Vikings have a visit to the mound, we're going to take a quick timeout. Wildcats up 15-0. We'll be right back. Pettis will step into the batter's box for your Wildcats.
Yeah, everybody has said
16th batter of the inning for your Wildcats tonight. We have a pitching change for the Vikings. Now on the mound, Edson Espinosa, the third pitcher of the night for the Vikings. 15-0 is the score. Your Wildcats scored 4 in the first and have scored so far 11 here in the second. First pitch in there for strike one. Swung on and fouled back, strike two. So here comes the 0-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. High, and that'll be ball one. So here comes the 1-2. Swung on, that's at the first baseman, Michael Barron, and he'll grab it, step on the bag for out number 3. But your Wildcats send 16 batters to the plate. Score 11 runs in the bottom of the second. And they are up 15-0 at the end of 2. We'll be right back. Heading to the top of the third inning. Vikings sending 9-1 and 2 to the plate. Christian Abundis, Isaac Solis, and Tyler Martin. Alex Solis on the mound for your Wildcats. He's got 5 strikeouts tonight. He's faced 8 batters. First pitch is in there for strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. That is strikeout number 6 for Solis tonight. As we mentioned, he's now faced every batter. He's hit one guy, walked one guy, and has only given up one hit tonight. So we head to the top of the order, and it's going to be Isaac Solis, the batter. He was the starting pitcher tonight. Not sure where he's at now. First pitch misses for ball one. Swung on, fouled into the netting for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Isaac Solis. So here comes the 1-1. That's a breaking ball, and that is in there for strike 2. So 76 miles an hour on the breaking ball. That is a big 16-mile-an-hour difference on the pitching. So you can just imagine if you're in the batter's box, that ball mixing inside for ball 2. If you're in the batter's box and you're seeing a ball coming at you at 91 miles an hour, then the next pitch is a breaking ball at 76. That's a big difference when you're only 66 feet away from the pitching. 2-2 count to the batter, Solis. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. And that is strikeout number 7 for Solis tonight. And that'll bring up Tyler Martin. Left-handed batter Tyler Martin spent a little bit of time on the mound in the second inning. He is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time at the plate. That one on the outside corner for strike 1. Change up, 75 miles an hour. That's a fastball, missing on the inside. That one gun clocked at 90 miles an hour. That is low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to the batter, Tyler Martin. Swung on, fouled back into the netting to even up the count at 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the batter, Martin. Outside, count is full. With 2 outs and a full count, at the plate is Tyler Martin for the Vikings. Off the rubber goes Solis, back on. So from the windup, here comes the payoff pitch. That's going to miss high and away for ball 4. So the first runner is on here in the top of the 3rd for the Vikings. There are 2 outs, and that'll bring up Edward Guerrero. On the outside corner, strike 1. That one fouled away, strike 2. Solis ahead in the count, 0-2. That's going to be outside, pass ball. Not sure, I think we'll count that a wild pitch. That was kind of out of the area for Rodriguez. And it's now 1-2 the count on the batter, Edward Guerrero.
Hey, you got a winning right here.
One more pitch, let's go.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. 8 strikeouts on the night for Solis. We head to the bottom of the third. It's your Wildcats 15, the Vikings nothing.
They're still playing. Huh? They're still going to play.
We head to the bottom of the third inning. Wildcats up 15-0. And they'll send batters 7, 8, and 9 to the plate. Tony Solis, Edward Villa, and Samuel Covarrubias.
No, you didn't play the game. Yeah.
1 for 1 is the batter, Solis, tonight. We couldn't really tell his last at-bat if it was a base on balls or a hit by pitch. Looked like it was a hit by pitch because the umpire called a dead ball. First pitch missing for ball 1. That pitch missing, low and away for ball 2. Wind looks like it's died down somewhat. The flag isn't really moving as much. It's still windy and it's still blowing out in center field. Swung on, that's a chopper to the shortstop. Picks it up on 2 hops, fires to first base for out number 1. So 1 out here in the bottom of the third, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Edward Villa. Villa is 0 for 2 tonight. He's been struck out both times he's been at the plate.
Yeah, but they were losing by 10.
Here comes the first pitch to Villa. Swung on. This is a fly ball in the shallow right center field. And it'll drop for a base hit.
Keep it going, buddy.
So Villa has his first base hit of the night. And we'll take a look over at the base umpire, Ralph Morin. And that's kind of how I've been gauging how hard the wind is blowing, but seeing how much his pants are flapping, and they're moving still. Samuel Covarrubias is now at the plate. He is 1 for 1 tonight, has a single and a walk. He scored both times he's been at the plate. First pitch misses high and away for ball 1. Swung at that one, and that's going to fly back out of play for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the right fielder, Samuel Covarrubias. Swung on. This is a chopper to the first baseman. Barron steps on the bag and looks towards second, but no throw attempt over that way. But he secures at least 1 out. And there are now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. And we head to the top of the order. Alex Solis, the pitcher. 2 for 3 tonight is Solis. He's got a single, a double. And it was a 2 RBI double his last time up at the plate tonight. First time up at the plate, he did strike out. First pitch to Solis is high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Alex Solis. That one missing for ball 2. 2-0 count to the batter, Solis. Swung on, high fly ball, center fielder coming in, so he's a right fielder, and neither one of them are able to make a play on the ball as it just drops, and that's the 3rd time we've seen that tonight. And so that's going to be a base hit for Alex Solis. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Lalo Hernandez. So Villa will go to 3rd. And we got runners at the corner. And Gonzalez in the pinch run for Solis, and he'll take second. So now we've got 2 runners in scoring position for the designated hitter, Lalo Hernandez. Hernandez has walked all 3 times he's been at the plate tonight. He's also scored all 3 times he's been at the plate tonight, or on base tonight, excuse me. That pitch missing outside for ball 2. So the count is 2 balls and a no strikes to the designated hitter, Lalo Hernandez. Hot ball 3. Espinosa on the mound for the Vikings, and he's the first pitcher we've seen go from the windup tonight. So here comes the 3-0. And that is outside for ball 4, and now the bases are loaded. And that's going to bring up Antonio Balboa. Balboa is 3 for 3 tonight. He's got a triple and 2 singles. Bases loaded for him. First pitch in there, that's a fastball, strike 1. Nothing in 1 to count. To Balboa. That ball missing high for ball 1. Swung on, fouled back, strike 2. So here comes the 1-2 to Balboa. That is inside, even up the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the shortstop, Antonio Balboa. Swung on, that is fouled back. And the count will remain the same at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. 2-2 count to Balboa. Swung on, fouled back, count will remain the same again. Here we go, the 2-2 once again. Espinosa from the windup. Inside, the count is now full. With 2 outs, runners will be running. So here comes the payoff pitch with 2 outs. Runners will be moving. And that's going to be ball 4. So the first run comes across for your Wildcats here in the bottom of the 3rd. And the score now is 16-0. Nate Rivas comes to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs. He is 2 for 2 tonight and a walk. His 2 hits tonight have been out of the park. miss, strike one.
Inexplicably, it was just like a.
Oh, he's doing the Roger Pavlov. He's going to extend the cross. Here we go. Oh, he's hiding the ball.
Swing and a miss, strike two. So Rivas behind in the count, 0-2.
So you're telling me I can't write my report and say he's out of line? I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, if it was a fungal hitter hitting DP,
So here comes the 0-2. That is high for ball one.
Pitches out too, and that's a guy who's clutching into that. It's too bad they start going to get, because you know what,
1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter, Nate Rivas. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it for your Wildcats here in the bottom of the third. They do get 1 run across, and now after 3, it's your Wildcats 16, Vikings 0. Top of the 4th inning. Wildcats lead 16-0. Alex Solis on the mound for your Wildcats. Got 8 strikeouts through 3 innings so far. And here in the 4th, he'll face 4, 5, and 6. Josh Nieto, Oliver Olvera, and Edson Espinosa. Nieto with the only base hit tonight for the Vikings. That came in the 2nd inning, a base hit to left. And he looks at that first pitch go by him for strike 1. That pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the batter, Josh Nieto. Nieto calls timeout, steps out of the box. readjusts his gloves, and now he's back in. Outside corner, strike two. 1-2 count to Nieto. Here's the windup, the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike three. Change up at 75 miles an hour. He got Nieto chasing that one. That'll bring up Oliver Olvera. Struck out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Outside for ball one. That is low for ball two. Two balls and no strikes to Olvera. Swing and a miss, strike one. Fastball clocked at 88 miles an hour. That is on the outside corner for strike two. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on, chopper, that is going to be foul. Looks like we got a new player in at third base, Ryan Espinosa. Seen him come in to pinch run a couple of times. Now he's playing defense there at third base. So 2-2 count. Breaking ball in there for strike three. So that is 10 strikeouts for Solis tonight. And that'll bring up Edson Espinosa. Currently pitching for the Vikings, the third pitcher of the night for the Vikings. And he walked his first time at the plate tonight. Takes a swing at the first pitch and knocks it into right field. So Solis has given up 2 base hits tonight. One to Nieto and now one to Espinosa. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up the first baseman, Michael Barron. Though for 1 tonight is Barron. He struck out his first time at the plate. Outside for ball 1. That's a little low for ball 2. Count to the first baseman, Barron. On the outside corner, strike 1. Fastball there at 90 miles an hour. Thought about it, and they said that is strike 2. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. A little low for ball 3. So the count is full. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. There are runners at first and second with 2 outs. That'll bring up second baseman Daniel Martinez. Going to second. Pompa gets away into center field. Pompa can't play that one. So here comes the first run across for the night for the Vikings. So Balboa couldn't get to it. Then it gets by Pompa. And Espinosa nonchalantly just jogs his way home. Barron goes all the way to third. And the first pitch to the batter, Daniel Martinez, is in there for strike 1. That's an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Another fastball for strike 2. We've seen Alex's fastball tonight, 89 to 92 miles an hour. Ball 1. Rodriguez going to go out there and talk to his pitcher, Alex Solis. As there are 2 outs here in the top of the 4th, counting 1 ball and 2 strikes to Daniel Martinez.
Go defense!
We're back to live action. From the windup is Solis. Here comes the 1-2. And he gets him looking. 11 strikeouts so far for Solis. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. Wildcats 16, Vikings 1. Going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Wildcats up 16-1. Rodriguez, Perez, and Solis will come to the plate as they face Espinosa for the Vikings. And the first pitch to Rodriguez. Breaking ball, strike one. Rodriguez is 2 for 2 tonight and a walk. Nothing in one to count. From the windup is Espinosa. Another breaking ball, this time inside for ball one. So the count is 1 ball and a 1 strike to the batter, Joey Rodriguez.
Let's have one and play. Let's go.
Swung on and missed, strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the batter, the catcher, Joey Rodriguez. So here comes the 1-2. Another breaking ball, this one missing high, and the count is even at 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In case you're watching live and didn't get a chance to go to the basketball game, just being told that your Wildcats are now by-district champions. Congratulations, Coach Rodriguez and the Wildcats. A big win tonight. And that hit ball is hit hard to left field. And inside comes the left fielder is Guerrero. And he makes the grab for out number 1. Guerrero came darting to his left as that ball was hit hard. He was able to track it down, snag it for out number 1. And that'll bring up Joseph Perez. 0 for 3 tonight. 2 strikeouts and a ground out to the first baseman. Breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 1. It looks like Espinosa has found something with that slow breaking ball here tonight.
You got this. Have fun.
Chopper to the shortstop. Grab, throw to first for out number 2. Isaac Solis is at short. He was the starting pitcher of tonight's ball game. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Tony Solis, left fielder for your Wildcats. Solis been on base twice tonight. First pitch, a slow breaking ball in there for strike 1. Doubled his first time up, hit my pitch his second time up and scored. Then he grounded out to the shortstop in the last inning. That ball is hit hard to center field and will drop for a base hit. So the first base runner here in the 4th is on for your Wildcats, and that'll bring up Edward Villa. Villa is 1 for 3 tonight, singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Has struck out twice tonight. pitch to Villa. That one missing high and away for ball one. Got a pinch hitter. Andy Rodriguez batting for Villa. Swing and a miss. Strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Rodriguez. That pitch missing outside for ball two. So here comes the 2-1. That one is going to hit him, and he'll go to first. And so with 2 outs, we now got runners at first and second. And we've got another pinch hitter coming in tonight. A name that we've already mentioned a few times as he was a pinch runner, Aiden Gonzalez. First pitch, in there for strike one. Uh-oh, looks like they're going to get Solis in a rundown as they caught him napping. And he is going to be out. 1-4-5 on that play. And we head to the 5th inning. 16-1, Wildcats on top. Trying to see if anybody's posted the game Top of the 5th inning, the Wildcats have a pitching change. Coming in relief of Alex Solis is Andy Rodriguez here in the 5th. And he is going to face batters 9, 1, and 2. Christian Abundis, Isaac Solis, and Tyler Martin. Abundis 0 for 1 tonight. He has a strikeout. First pitch from Rodriguez, missing outside for ball 1. Swings at that one, shortstop Balboa backhands it, fires the first, and that one is in time. So great play there by Balboa. Moving out to his right, grabbing and firing to get out number 1. And that'll bring up Isaac Solis. Swings at the first pitch, out of play, strike 1. Isaac Solis is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out both times he's been at the plate. Breaking ball, swung on in the infield. Calling off the pitcher is Alex Solis as he is moved over to second base. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up Tyler Martin. And this, if it is the 3rd out, we'll do it. First pitch missing, high and away for ball 1. High and away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to the batter, Tyler Martin. Swung on and a miss for strike 1. Count is 2-1 on Martin. Outside corner for strike 2. That's going to be strike 3 as Rodriguez gets him looking. And that's going to do it, folks. Your Wildcats win this one 16-1. I want to thank Rafael Garces for doing a great job on the computer. Vinny Berry is great work on the camera. I am Joe Aguilar saying good night from Weslaco East baseball field, where your Wildcats win this one. Final score, your Weslaco East Wildcats 16, the Brownsville Vikings 1. We'll see you next time right here on KWES.